Hey, what's up, guys? Got another video. It's been a long time since I recorded anything. I've kind of had a few things that I've gone through here and there, but I wanted to kind of get back into doing some stuff. Now I have some more free time with the summer being over. And so I decided to start doing some deck lists again. This one, of course, is a fun deck list. I don't think this is by any means finished or necessarily good, but I thought this is a really cool concept. I've been toying around with forever, trying to think about a deck that works around Goten. That's kind of a fun deck that uses his Rock Throw named card. I don't see anybody running that card in like any list. I think I saw Joey or somebody ran some orange Goten way back when he came out in set 10, but I want to give this one a shot. The whole premise of the deck is that you're using Enhanced Mastery to kind of, it gives you an advantage against the slow decks, helps you recycle the key attacks that you really want back into your deck, but you're mainly using it for the constant to banish a card off the deck every time you perform an attack. There aren't a lot of destroy effects. There's like one or two, I think, that I actually run in the deck. I think there's just one, but it's mainly you're just trying to go for the banish. It's extra life card essentially damage every time you do an attack. Goten, as he goes up, fetches drills when he levels. So you'll see that I run Unleashed in here. But the main idea is that we're going to be putting the drills back in our deck as we destroy them off our deck. At the level 1, trying to hit level 2, maybe 3, 4, depending on the situation. I need to really just get past 1. This deck can play off 1 though, but we're just going to be trying to push constant stage damage out. The whole idea with the Rock Throw is that every time that you want to, every time you're going to be performing an attack with the card. So for every drill that you have, you can kill a drill per action to perform an AT3 non-styled attack, right? The biggest bummer with running it is that it's non-styled and that there's not really good ways to modify it. Sane has multiple cards. I don't have Sane Enjoyment in here currently, but that would be a card. That's a card that's like a consideration. The idea is that you can put all these floating modifiers out to make those attacks beefy. Currently, I'm just trying out the tack line, and then the tack line is what I'm probably going to be cutting from. But Sane has Sane Flip, which makes your AT4, whereas Orange is all of their AT4 cards like Distracting Gel, Orange Grimace, Orange Confidence all only affect styled attacks. Flip affects all attacks, but it makes every one of your rock throws a 7-stage attack minimum. My thinking was that I can just keep putting them back in my deck and putting my cards back in my deck with Enhanced and the level 1 Goten. The Sand Drills, there's a ton of them. If I can get up to 2, they offer some sort of control with some anti-anger and things. Not to mention, Sane has a ton of drill search, a lot from the pile. So if I can level up to 2 and start searching for get the 1 from my deck, if they hit my pile, I can use all the searchers to bring it back. Goten can put them back in. What problem is that Rock Throw banishes all the drills, but I just ultimately don't really care. It's really Flip was the biggest kind of thing that put me over the edge to pick Saiyan. But you go with that, and the idea is that each one of the uses that you perform, you can banish a card off the deck. So it's just potentially 8 damage per Rock Throw. I figured why not. I figured it'd be pretty cool and fun to try. We go really light on the blocks. Defensive stance helps put the drills back in my deck if I banish them and whatnot. Flip, I've already explained. Unleashed is just there. It's potential extra chaining. If I get up to the higher levels, they search drills for me, but also mid-combat when I'm running this, if I throw an Unleashed out and then I could go up to like 3 or 4, all of a sudden I get 2 more drills back, and if I go to 4, I get 2 from the banish zone. So it's just extra way to like feel more attacks like Rock Throw per combat. As I level, I get more drills. So not to mention you don't really want to be on 3 all that much. If I can get to 4, that's ideal. We go into Sphere at 3 because we don't like events. Time. 2 energy attacks, Air Attack, Desperate Blast, both are drill based. That's really the only reason they're in here. This one gets them from pile, this one gets them from Life Decker pile. This can in itself be a pretty respectable attack. 7 life card unpreventable, so that's always good. The physical attacks are most of what the deck is going to be, other than the drills. We got Rock Throw at 3, Suppressive Strike to help ensure that the big combats happen with Rock Throw, Dig to make the Rock Throw combats deadly, Turning Kick because it's it's on the same level as Desperate Blast, being really respectable damage. You have 3 Tandem Strike for searching. Sword Strike because we do run the Sword Drill. And in the long combats where we're doing multiple rock throws, you can out action and throw Sword Strike out for unpreventable. Spin Kick because allies. Severing at 2. Legendary at 2. Both Anti-Anger, Anti-Unleashed. Not so much Unleashed with Legendary Strike, but Anti-Unleashed with Severing. These cards are all at 2 copies each because they're conditional when I'm going to need them. Not every matchup I'm going to want the Anti-Anger. Not every matchup is this going to really matter. Not every matchup is this going to matter. But they'll have Endurance, which is nice. I can always rejuvenate these cards with the Mastery if I need them back. Whereas this is Banish after use. This isn't Banish after use, but I might be banishing it for the effect. And Sword Strike I just want at 3 to get it faster if I need it. The main cards that I want to see are these 3. Everything else is optional. And then Back Crash is in here at 3 of because you can passively rejuvenate it for a crit. I shouldn't say passively, but you can rejuvenate with your Mastery for a crit, so it actually kind of does double duty of being anti-anger, anti-ally, and you know, whatever I need it to be anti-ball. So it's just a good card. Not to mention, at worst, it's a free. You know, if I drop Brick Hand, I can pitch a drill with it to get a crit. So that's always good. Potentially 2 crits in the combat if I play it from my hand. We get to the drills. I pretty much run one of every sand drill. Mostly just for fuel. I had this at 3 initially. Confidence drill here. You probably can't see with my photo over, so I'll move my photo here real quick, just because the drills are blocked by my face. But I wanted to run this at 3, and because if this card's destroyed during combat, you can put it in play. So it's going to be the first one that I'm going to want to kill. Because if I hit myself with random mill, so every time you do a rock throw, you destroy 2 off your deck. Every time I do the random mill, I could put another one in play if it's in my deck. But right now, just at 2 for spacing. Yeah, Unleashing Drill. Anguish Drill's kind of neat. It helps me get some extra anger to level up. I had this, I think, at 2. I might have this at 2, actually. I gotta double check this here. Real quick, but this is to help get flip on more than anything. No, I guess I only have it at 1. It's mostly just to get flip out and on and attached. I think that's the only attached card I run, which maybe is a reason to maybe run something else. I think I had Sane Resistance as an option, but again, list is pretty up for, you know, changes. Mostly probably drops some attacks down to 2s maybe. But I run Corruption Drill. Helps. I mean, this card's really good with the Mastery. Makes essentially your mill free, which is really good every time you would destroy. This is to help get me off of 1 faster. This is because this is, even though this is only modifying your styles, it's still just ultimately really good. Your opponent can't redirect, which is huge. You get Inspection Drill. Is mostly just, it's really just there as a card to be there. Swift Drill. So Sword Drill works really good with the sword cards, extra potential actions. Protection Drill is really, really good, especially with this comboing with like Turning Kick. You can banish this to go get the drill and then rejuvenate it right after. Distortion Drill protects us from getting lowered if I'm on 2. It also kind of like allows me to just go an anti-anger game a little bit easier. There really aren't that many anger effects, but it just gives a couple extra anti-anger effects potentially with like Anguish Drill and my Mastery. It's also got beefy endurance, and then of course this I told can put itself back into play if it's destroyed from my deck. And then Suppression Drill, really nothing too nuts there. It's really just there for being a drill, and Muck Drill is amazing. And then of course Gohan Ally, because I thought about running Blinding too, but I figured I'd run just Gohan Ally. Really just to help get set up a little bit better. But the deck should be interesting. I don't know if anybody's really, it's got time to have to set up, and that's why I'm running every Searcher. You probably ultimately gonna just get stuck on one unless you Unleashed, and so for that reason I almost want to maybe cut a Desperate Blast, because it has to be destroyed from your deck. But I would cut that down maybe to 2 of, and then go maybe even entirely just to fit like 3 more blocks or like 2 more blocks, and I already forgot the card that I was thinking of that I was talking about adding, but there's just a couple things. Saint Enjoyment could be a potential card. I thought about trying to work Prepped Ball into this, but there's just really no style of events I wanted. Enjoyment's the best option in my book. I really like, I think it's not called Saint Awakening or something. It's saying something. It's like Rejuvenate 1, destroy, set up a drill you control to search for a set up a drill. I just thought that card was kind of like cute, but doesn't really do anything. And the fact that you have to destroy something to get it doesn't really work very well, but yeah, I think there's some potential in this. Flood out the drills, Saint Flip, to just, you know, go for the OTK. That's really what it's for. If I was going to make it a little more serious, I would definitely maybe cut down on a few of the drills. I think the most important drills are going to be the Aura Drill, the Anguish Drill, Corruption Drill for sure, this Showdown for sure, Swift Drill for sure, Protection for sure. Distortion I think would be really good too to help protect you from losing drills from a ball too. Confidence would be there. Suppression's kind of iffy, so it's really like Suppression, Tactical, and Analysis are all really iffy. Muck Drill definitely has to be there. Maybe even 2 Muck Drill. Probably just 1 honestly. But cut these 3 maybe, and then maybe cut down to 2 Unleashed. Probably drop Desert Blast to 2, and then like, I don't know, throw some sort of something else in there. Probably some attached card of some sort. Again, I just don't really know. All options for sure. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna test this deck out a little bit on Octagon. I might throw a game up or 2 with it. You know, it could be interesting. It could have some merit to it, just as like a fun like tier 3 deck at best. But I would love to just go for the turn where I rock throw someone. Saint Recovery is also a card I've considered. We'll just test this out and see. A lot of dead cards in it right now, I believe. What, 5, 8, 13, 14, 15 dead cards in it, one of which being Gohan Ally. So, you know, also things to consider. I've also thought about Dynamic, but I ultimately settled with Enhanced because of the banish per use there. But yeah, ultimately, could be an interesting deck. We'll see. But yeah, give it a shot. Anyway, guys, hopefully this kind of inspires you to go out and maybe play some more fun stuff. There have been local Octagon tournaments still going on, especially through the quarantine period, that I really recommend you guys check out. At worst, there's still a pretty active Octagon community, always playing, whether or not I am. But yeah, hope you guys are having fun. I'll be putting out a few more lists of some stuff that I've made that I'm just kind of goofing around with, and some stuff that I've actually played a little bit. So take it easy, guys. Peace.